Hi, this is Jenny Lu, and we're going to go over cat-cow pose today, which is a great pose for warming up the spine before yoga practice, or if you just want to release any back tension at the end of your day, in the middle of your day. Really great exercise to do. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So for setup, I wanted to just kind of give you a few options. If you don't have carpet or if your mat is not thick enough, you have the option to slide maybe towel or blanket to cushion the knee joints if you need. Or the other way is to just fold your mat where your knees are going to land, and you can kneel, and then that way you have enough cushion. Same thing, you can do that for your wrist. If you tend to feel some tension in the wrist area, then you have 3 layers of the mat. So I have a pretty thick mat. I'm just gonna make it nice and flat. Okay, so tabletop pose. You want to make sure your knees land kind of like directly underneath your hip joints, and they're open hip width, and your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. So right here, checking your fingers, relax the shoulders, middle fingers about parallel to each other. Little tips right here. If you tend to find the wrist a little bit too stressed out in the sharp 90-degree angle, you can just walk it forward a tiny bit. That's just a little adjustment. But if you're okay right here, nice supported tabletop pose. And that means your spine is neutral. We're not tilting. Just going to keep a nice straight spine, and then use your core to hold your body up. So nice strong thighs. And we're going to start. You can see that my toes are tucked. So we're getting ready to go into an inhale into the cow's pose. So as you breathe in, starting to tilt the pelvis forward and then to an anterior tilt. And starting to brightening the chest, look forward. You could feel the gentle stretch in your throat chakra. So proud like a cow. When you exhale, driving the pelvis down into a posterior tilt, flatten the top of your feet, squeeze the glutes, engage your core, and then you can see the spine is arched. You can feel the arch and feel the space between the shoulder blades open a little bit more. So here we're activating the acupressure points between the shoulder blades, and that's related to your heart, your lungs, and also really great for our immunity. So just do that a few more rounds, inhaling into the cow's pose. Make your back like a hammock. Exhale. Arch, squeeze the glutes, activate your core. You can drop your head down, kind of look between the knees. When you're using your feet in these poses, so in the cow's back, your toes are tucked. That's really good for plantar fascia. So if you have plantar fasciitis, this is great. And flatten the top of your feet. So this will give you the option to make the pose work a little harder for you. So if you feel pretty good, you want a little bit more for your core. In your cat stretch, you can press the top of your feet into the floor. And without losing the stretch in the back, bring your knees off the floor slightly. And the other side is the same way. So tuck the toes. Make the chest bright. Look forward. And you can try lifting the knees off using the leg strength. So whichever way you do these poses, you want to make sure you're driving the pose from your core, your pelvis, and coordinating with breathing. Inhaling and exhale. Feeling your core working for you. So stretching to the point that you feel the lengthening in the spine, the warming up of the spine. And when you finish, you can actually just kind of wag your tail, be it a cat tail or a cow's tail. Relax your spine. And you can choose to either touch your big toes, sinking back to child's pose, and just reach your hands forward, relax the wrist a little bit, dropping your forehead on the floor, on your mat. You can take a couple of breaths. Stretching the shoulders. Or you can just slowly sitting yourself back up. Relax the shoulders. So cat-cow pose can be done anytime you want, anytime you have space. On the floor you can do that, and you can also do seated cat-cow version, which is pretty much the same. You're doing the same thing with driving the pelvis, and on the inhale, you're opening the front body. Exhale, you're arching. So same thing, if you can't be getting on the floor, if you're in the office, you can also get some benefit from this nice spinal movement. Okay, so keep practicing, and we'll be adding more poses throughout the session. Good job.